reports are coming through that Prince Harry is now regretting a past action that he took that's actually going to destroy Meghan Markle. What past action? How is it going to screw Megsy? Let me explain. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef, the Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to another dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye, and oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this madness, shall we? Because reports are coming through that Hazza has a deep regret over a certain decision that he thought would never threaten his whole life plan, but guess what? It has. And not only has it threatened his life plan, but it's also, as far as I'm concerned, threatened Megsy's, that ultimately is going to destroy them both. So, apparently, he must harbour deep regrets about a decision that he made that may actually turn out to be one of the biggest mistakes that he's ever made in his life. And this is all according to royal expert and author Tom Quinn, who many people are saying are the new Obi Scobie. Take that as you will. Who says that Hazza's American dream faces potential disruption as the prospect of Donald Trump becoming US president again, and he's already finding the days long and lonely in his new life with Megsy over in California. Now, he's claiming that Megsy and Hazza have already sought advice from solicitors over worries that a comeback to power for Donald Trump might actually jeopardize Hazza's residency status because of previous illicit substance confessions. Yeah, we could say that. He says, quote, the couple have taken legal advice because they're seriously worried that if Donald Trump wins the next election, Harry's visa may be revoked. Trump has insisted that if Harry is found to have lied on his visa application about his admitted illicit substance taking, he could be asked to leave the country. Also adding, quote, Harry initially thought this couldn't possibly happen to him, as the normal rules don't apply to a royal prince. Yeah, the normal rules do apply to a royal prince because, as I've learned very strongly in America, you guys don't care if he's a prince or not, all right? You left England. You claimed your independence from the United Kingdom. And that also meant independence from the royal family. So you treat him as an equal. You know, his prince status means nothing to you guys. But apparently, Hazza thought that the normal rules didn't apply because he's a royal prince. The ego on this dude, right? And the narcissism, completely overwhelming. Anywho, he also says, quote, he's increasingly realizing that in the United States, being a prince doesn't actually count for very much. Yeah, the penny's finally dropping with Hazza, right? But one thing is for sure, Harry deeply regrets ever making his illicit substance taking public. It never occurred to him that this might end up threatening his whole life plan. And yeah, it is actually under threat. Why? Well, as I've been reporting on this channel, and I will continue to report when any updates do come through, the Heritage Foundation is suing the current Biden government to actually get the release of Prince Hazza's visa application to find out if he lied or not when it came to the questions of his past illicit substance taking. And this is the thing, right? It's a double-edged sword. It's a lose-lose either way. Why? Well, if he did lie and he didn't put on either all or any of his past illicit substance taken, then the Heritage Foundation goes to the government and says, right, well, he lied by omission or whatever, right? What are you going to do to kick him out? On the other hand, if he did put everything on the visa application, which Hazza's side has emphatically said they put everything on the application, right? Then again, the Heritage Foundation turns around to the government and says, well, hang on a minute. He's admitted to all this extensive illicit substance taken in the past. Why did you let him in? When you didn't let in people like Amy Winehouse, for example, Kate Moss, Nigella Lawson, who did do, illicit substance taken in the past. And I'll just say allegedly on that one. And the American government did not let them in for the longest time. So either way, it's a double-edged sword. And this past action, yes, I can certainly believe Hazza definitely regrets. that not only will destroy his American dream, but that of Meg's as well. Why? Well, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, Megxie still needs to rely on her association with Prince Hazard, being married to him and being part of the royal family, to be able to make money. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's very, very evident in her new venture, American Riviera Orchard. And when you go onto her Instagram, what does it say? By Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Yeah. So if he gets kicked out of America, that is going to destroy not only his American dream, but Meg's as well, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Because if he's going to get kicked out of America, I am certain, Meg's ain't going to follow. That is going to absolutely sound the bells for divorce, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. And this is the thing, right? Their, let's say, fear of Donald Trump going to power actually isn't unfounded, because Donald Trump has actually said in the past that if he comes back to power, yeah, he has threatened in a way to deport Prince Hazard, saying, I won't protect you like Biden. So Donald Trump said he was furious at Joe Biden's administration protecting Hazard by keeping his immigration application confidential. So he told the Daily Express US, quote, I wouldn't protect him. He betrayed the Queen. That's unforgivable. He would be on his own if it was down to me. He also believes that the royal family had been too gracious to Hazard after what he had done. Now, these comments came after, earlier on in the year, Hazard's ABC Good Morning America interview, saying that he had actually considered applying to becoming a US citizen. During the same interview, he said that he had jumped on the plane as soon as possible to see King Charles after his father was diagnosed with cancer, and that was released publicly to essentially the rest of the world, right? And this is the thing. It goes even further, because Donald Trump, back in March 2020, spoke out also against Hazard and Megxie before this whole war over his visa application situation, right? Saying, I'm a great friend and admirer of the Queen and the United Kingdom. It is reported that Hazard and Megxie, who left the kingdom, would reside permanently in Canada. Now they've left Canada for the US. However, the US will not pay for their security protection. They must pay. So, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, if the Biden government is paying for Hazard and Megxie's security, which some people rumour that is the case, not only is it going to be a nightmare for Prince Hazard if Donald Trump comes back to power when it comes to his residency status in America, but it's also going to be a nightmare for Hazard when it comes to the security protection that he's got. Because if it is paid by the American government, which again, a lot of people are rumouring that is the case, yeah, Donald Trump comes back to power, that is going to be yanked from him. And again, that's not only going to destroy Hazard, but it's going to destroy Megxie as well, because we all know how Megxie likes her security and privacy. Right, guys? Right? And here we've got at Sage1411 Royally Sage saying, wah, being a prince means nothing, except you would have already been deported if you were not a prince. I firmly believe that would have been the case. If Prince Hazard was not a prince, he would have been deported by now. I really do think he is getting special kind of privileges here and special treatment. Sage1411 also says, you would not have been able to buy those awards, get to at least meet famous people, and get the attention for your book without being a prince. The novelty is leaving us. Time to go home. Yeah, I agree with all of that. Opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Apart from the time to go home bit. We have enough ginger whingers in the UK. We do not need any more. America, keep him. If anything, send him over to Africa. We all know he loves it there, right? With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and believe me, of course there's going to be more, then make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe, because I'll be honest with you, help us now get to 1 million so we can also get that go play button right there and hopefully cause a Meghan Markle meltdown on Instagram. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever's. Also as well, if you've got some very strong opinions about Hazard regretting his past action that will destroy Megxie, and I bet you do, then make sure you send me a super thanks. It's just below this video right here. We can have a conversation about this because it does guarantee a response from me. And until the next time, you guys, laters.